It's Positively Muskegon. Andy O'Reilly today at the beautiful Folkert Community Hub, kind of our base. I've got Dennis Luce, who is a candidate for the Muskegon County Sheriff's office this year, stopped by just after a big Rotary meeting. He got to meet all the Miss Michigan candidates.
Absolutely, yes.
Talk up just a little bit louder.
Yes, absolutely. Miss Michigan pageants came to the Muskegon Rotary Club today, and I am the club president for the Coopersville Rotary Club right now for the next 3 weeks anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Well, there's a fringe benefit of being in Rotary, right?
Absolutely.
That's a nice pageant. It's a cool thing to have here in Muskegon. You were the first to file to be in the hunt for the Muskegon County Sheriff's Office. Why?
Well, it started about 1.5 years ago. I've been campaigning now for over 1.5 years.
Yeah, it's a long process, isn't it?
It really has been. And it came to me from somebody in the law enforcement community here in Muskegon County. And we were talking about running for sheriff. And the more I thought about it, I thought, what a great opportunity.
Sure.
For me and my career, of course, but also I believe what a great opportunity for Muskegon County. I feel that we do a lot of really good things with the Ottawa County Sheriff's Office, which is where I work right now. I'm a sergeant for the Sheriff's Office. And I believe I can bring a lot of good things that I've learned from over there here to Muskegon County. And Muskegon County is my home.
Yeah, you're right here in Fruitport.
Absolutely.
You know, the article says a little bit of an outsider or everything, which you're not, but as you're bringing that experience over from Ottawa County to Muskegon, what do you see areas that go on better in Ottawa County than we do here?
Well, we do have a lot of community policing initiatives, which I feel really helps a community be more proactive in its policing than reactive, and also the benefits of being more involved in the community, which is absolutely huge. We have school resource officers in every single public school.
It's important. Very
important to make that connection with our youth.
Yeah. Do you find that today kids are leery of police?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
A little bit more hesitant because I think of what you see on the media and the news. So it's really important now more than ever to reach out and build those relationships with the kids. With
the outsider's mentality, do you, and I don't want you to go into details or anything, but do you look at our sheriff's office in Muskegon and go, that needs fixed, that needs fixed? Is there any of that chatter outside of the community?
Well, I feel the image of the department could definitely be improved.
Yeah.
And the Watch Us Go campaign here in Muskegon, you know, we want to improve all of Muskegon County.
Yeah.
And that includes the sheriff's office.
Sure.
So some of my points that I really want to bring to the sheriff's office is building partnerships with our communities, building partnerships with our schools to one day hopefully bring some more community policing initiatives with our communities, with our school districts, so we can be more proactive than reactive, and so we can build those relationships within the communities and be more involved as well.
What about the communities that are a little hesitant about that kind of thing? I mean, you know, we've got neighborhoods in Muskegon and Muskegon County that are afraid to talk. There are people that are, you know, the police are the enemy. I mean, that kind of thing. How do you start to break the ice there?
Well, I truly believe that a safe community is a successful community. And Muskegon really wants a safe and successful community.
Yeah.
Everybody is on board with that. Everybody wants to see Muskegon prosper. And for that to happen, we need community buy-in. You know, law enforcement's a small portion. We come in and we help clean up the problem, but the community really needs to stand behind it and help make that community safe.
Your experiences as a police officer, I mean, you got some military background, did that, your experience as a police officer. Do you see a switch to coming to Muskegon as a tougher job? Or is it something like, okay, I've done as much as I can in Ottawa, now's the next step to Muskegon?
I don't see it as any tougher. You know, communicating with people, that's what it's about. And I feel I do pretty well at that.
Yeah.
A little bit about me is I'm born and raised in Ravenna. That's where I'm from. Lifelong resident.
Yeah, I'm a Sparta boy, man, so we're both kind of transplants a little bit.
All right. Born and raised there. I graduated from Ravenna High School.
Yep.
And shortly after graduation, I joined the U.S. Army Infantry, stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia, where I got a lot of great tactical training.
Sure.
Then I was stationed at Camp Casey, Korea. And I ended my time in the service, and what do? You return back home to your hometown of Ravenna. and I started working at Briggs & Stratton.
Okay.
I worked in the melt department, the quality department, and the lab, and I was trying to take classes at Baker College while working in a foundry, which is very tough.
That's a tough job.
So I was initially going for corrections, but then I met this absolutely amazing woman that 6 months later became my wife.
Funny how that works.
It is, and she just happened to be from Ravenna as well.
Did you go to school together?
Yeah, well, she's a few years older than I am.
Nice,
Yeah,
a cougar.
yeah.
I got one too.
Can we edit that part out?
Nah,
Okay,
we'll leave that
okay.
right. No, it's cool. That's good.
No, she's a great woman,
Sure.
and she really encouraged me to pursue my dreams and my goals.
That's
in
the
law
best
enforcement.
part.
It is.
It
So
really is.
I really owe a lot to her.
Yeah, we all do.
And she really encouraged me to pursue my dreams and my goals. So I resigned from Briggs & Stratton.
Yep.
And I started taking classes at Muskegon Community College in law enforcement
Yep.
in their criminal justice program. And once I was done, while I was going to MCC and I resigned from Briggs & Stratton, I actually started working for the Ottawa County Sheriff's Office
Okay.
as a jail
Okay.
deputy, as a corrections officer. And a short stint with the Village of Ravenna DPW. And so my plate was full.
Yep.
But when I was finished at MCC, I transferred to Grand Valley and completed the academy. And Ottawa County allowed me to transfer over to the
Very
road
cool.
patrol.
Very cool.
Yeah. So since I've been on the road patrol, I've done a little bit of everything. Community policing, general road patrol, school resource officer. And I tell you, that was probably one of my favorite positions because of the connections that you really built
With the young
kids,
people.
With the young people.
Yeah.
You could really see the difference that you made there.
What are the toughest things for you as a police officer? What do you dislike the most about your job? The tough, I mean, and you know, because you're a human too,
yeah.
and all these guys,
Yeah.
you know, anybody that's running for sheriff or whatever.
Well,
the toughest parts.
some of the toughest parts is, you know, the amount of time and dedication that you put into an investigation, and then you watch it go through the court process.
Yeah.
And seeing what some people get from some of these crimes that you think should be more.
Ain't enough.
So, you know, after a while you look at it and say, hey, you know, I've done everything I can, and now it's in the court's hands. Some things, you know, involving harm to others, you really want to see, you know, somebody really get what they
Deserve, yeah.
The punishment should fit the
Yeah.
crime somewhat. So that's one of the toughest parts.
Yeah.
And of course, some of the tragedy things that you have to see and deal with
Yeah.
in law enforcement is
Tough.
very tough as
Very
well.
tough. Going forward, let's say it's the day after the election. You're the man.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first order of business?
Well, the budget has to definitely be reviewed. I'm pretty up to date on what's going on with the sheriff's office, and I do understand the budget is it's in disarray right now.
Okay.
Especially with the new jail, which was needed, but you know the budget really has to be dissected.
Okay.
And then we really have to sit down with all of our deputies that work there and set goals and standards throughout the department, which is going to be held from the sheriff on down. There's some other things that I'd really like to do is build a true partnership with other local law enforcement agencies, with the fire departments, not to act as a primary unit to medicals, but I'd like to outfit our cruisers with AEDs.
Sure.
And act as a secondary unit to medicals if there's a unit available or in the area.
Yeah.
And get the deputies trained properly in how to use them, and first aid, CPR. I'd also like to create a senior volunteer program where a selected group of senior volunteers can come on to the department and donate some time, if they choose, with the sheriff's office, where they can do vehicle service or maintenance as far as bringing the vehicles to and from for maintenance and service.
Sure.
And it's not tying up a deputy that would essentially, you know, be responsible for taking their car in for an oil change.
I might be able to help you out with that.
All right.
You give me the keys to a cruiser for an
We'll
afternoon?
give you a uniform too. How's
Hey!
that?
Anything you want to leave us with? As the, I mean, you know, your August is the big primary where everybody, it's going to really
Yeah.
come down to 2 in August.
Yeah.
Leading up to August, what do you want to leave us with?
Well, I really feel like Ottawa County has prepared me for this next step, and everything that I have planned will really benefit the sheriff's office here in Muskegon County and the residents, because a lot of my ideas are really focused on customer service.
Yeah.
I really want to provide more services and better customer service to our Muskegon County residents.
At the end of the day, that's what it always comes down to.
Absolutely.
Taking good care. Dennis Luce, he was the first to file to be the Muskegon County Sheriff in this election go-around. All the links to the Facebook, his campaign page, and all that are right here on Positively Muskegon. Thanks for taking a couple of minutes to come in. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Andy.
Dennis Luce, everybody. Get out and vote. It's the important thing to do.